So now well, it's Monday now. I'm actually working on shit on Monday, but got the dash mostly back in. I'm just waiting to put some of this crap in until I get the gauges and stuff kind of where I want them, or run the wiring and shit up under there. But I got the headliner in, and yeah. So anyhow, it's like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, somewhere in there, and messing with installing this intercooler piping. So I got the CX Racing kit. You know, comes with all the crap and the nuts and the bolts and the bullshit. But you know, this is some other pipes that I had. But anyhow, it's supposed to have this flange that comes off the factory turbo. It turns it down, but since I'm running the GT30 kit, I kind of have to make my own crap. So anyhow, I made this little piece of pipe right here, just an extra coupler I had laying around, and that's basically going to go right here into that hose, and then hook up right there, just like that. You know, it'll go in there all nice. But yeah, basically how I made this little bead right here. You know, if you're ever dicking with intercooler piping, you're like, oh shit, I can't bead roll this. I just used a set of set of these guys right here, and stuck it on the clamp. You know, so you just grab this right there. You know, stick that in it. Wrong end. Stick that in there, and then just kind of bite it. You know, as you go around it, and it makes a decent little, you know, thing, so the coupler can be right there and just not slip off. So, but yeah, that's what I'm dicking with right now. I got the AC compressor, all the lines and everything hooked up. Got the radiator in. Got the heater core right here. I installed the wideband. Cut a little slit in the factory harness thing and ran the plug up through there. Zip tied it. A few other little things. So. Drives real nice. I really like the way it feels. Yes, right now I'm just wiring in this magical boost gauge I got from Oreilly Auto Parts, so I could actually look at shit. I could go for a sick ass rip. Look at what I'm doing to the wires. Look at that. So I got this radio from the classy old Walmart, and I just used the factory brackets or whatever, bolted right in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire up the crap so I actually have a radio in this thing. So now I put in, you know, the little door seals right here. They were out. This A-pillar was out. all this crap, that back pillar that was missing as well, and pretty much got the rest of the interior all in and buttoned up, or you know, the parts pieces that I have. Missing this little piece right here. I don't know what the hell happened to that driver's side A pillar. I had it and then now it's gone. But yeah, I'm should have those other seats here soon, or in a couple days, I hope. And yeah, but the radio is in, works good. And yeah, that's. So I just finished changing the oil for the first. Well, not changing it. I haven't put anything back in it yet, but probably put about 20 miles on it today, just kind of cruising it around. You know, the air fuels are kind of lean when it's idling and stuff. It's decent when you're cruising. I haven't really got into, you know, much over 5 pounds of boost, and I wasn't even really going crazy with it, just kind of easing into it. But yes, just figured, you know, change oil, get some of that glitter out of there. I don't want to wreck the turbo by you know, having the little metal stuff coming out through there, you know, from the block kind of, you know, figuring itself out. But I buffed the fender and the hood. They turned out, I mean, alright, I guess. Not this one, but you can see the rest of the car's kind of got the kind of a, you know, it's still gray, but you know, the hood's kind of blacker now. But yeah, it I don't know, I need to run around the rest with the buffer. But yeah, I went to Fast 5 earlier and watched that. That was pretty cool. It was a decent movie. It's nice to get out of the damn shop for a while. But they've been posting updates on Snapchat. You know, the username's Motion Auto TV. I think I have like 200 of you guys are actually following me on there right now. So that's pretty cool. Let me know what you think about, you know, I guess kind of updating you guys kind of throughout the week. I know I had one last night of driving it around. And then today, you know, getting license plates and stuff like that, and little updates here and there. So let me know what you guys think about that. You know, I try to keep everything as updated as possible. I know, you know, a lot of other channels, or you know, I mean, nobody really, I think, does too much of the crap that I do, where it's like wham bam, you know, all in 1 week, and then it's up that whole week, you know, or the past week is all up for you guys to see, you know, all the bullshit that I've been doing. So, but yeah, thanks for you know, staying subscribed, and you know, telling your friends, and following me on Instagram, and you know, Snapchat and all that stuff. So that's real cool. Oh, and a lot of you guys have been sending me pictures of your cars and shit. That's sweet too. I do have a Facebook page. It's the Project City. Motion Auto TV. I'll stick it in the link of this, but I kind of made that so we could kind of share projects. You know, it's pretty cool to see all you guys from around the country, or around the world. You know, showing me all your, you know, your cool S chassis and BMWs, and you know, Skylines and all kinds of cool shit. So, but yeah, keep it coming. So it's Saturday night at like 11 something. So anyhow, night before Easter. Tomorrow's like a Easter like drift event type of thing at PPR, which isn't too far away from here, and they're having it's like a reasonable price. It's like $30 to drive. But so anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and go up there and drift the shit out of this thing, I hope. But right now I got on the lift. I'm trying to do a little bit of maintenance on the son of a bitch. I guess it's wheel bearing city. As you can see right here, wheel bearing on this guy's dick as well. So I gotta run over to this son of a bitch right here, this, you know, S14 shelf that I just keep robbing parts off of. But it has those five lug, you know, front hubs and wheel bearings and shit. So I'm gonna rob those off of there and smash them on this guy. Then adjust a few of the settings I have. I got some of those offset strut tower braces, a couple, I don't know, it's probably like a month ago or so, Gktech things. And anyhow, they basically, you stick them up underneath, you know, stick them over there on the strut tower. If I could get this down here. So anyhow, you stick, I stick these things up underneath. And so you stick those up underneath, and then it basically mounts. It max place of this guy right here, and then so you can stick that. That's pretty much where that would sit, and then you can move the strut over. So I have a lot of camber in the front. I think it's like 6 or so, 6 or 7 or something like that. But I kind of want to knock it down to, you know, somewhere around maybe about 5 or so, and then you could also move it over this way as well, you know, and that's kind of how the Wisefab works. And then because I have a lot of caster in my setup right now, and so if you look at the wheel well, you know, I don't know how far you can tell, but there's little gap over there, and there's a bigger gap over there. So anyhow, there's a lot of caster, so it's kind of like a shopping cart. You know, if you have the wheel straight up and down, it'll spin like a top, but as soon as you kind of lean it, you know, then it wants to kind of stay a certain way, you know, and you know that's kind of why the tires of these things, they kind of roll over, you know, when you turn the wheel. Let me unlock. So anyhow, see right here, when it's over, see how the contact patch is, whereas it has like had the negative camber before, now it's kind of more so flat. You know, when it's actually sitting on the ground, the leading wheel is actually, you know, fairly flat on the ground, and then the follow wheel, you know, kind of scrubs the ground a little bit as well. But yeah, so that's I kind of want to get rid of a little bit of that. Yeah, you could hear how shitty that wheel bearing is, and you could see how much it moves just by me kicking it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Try to install those, put a quick alignment on it, bleed the brakes, and do a few other things. I was having some issues with this thing. It was idling really rich, idling at like 10 in the 10 AFRs. And basically what was happening is my blow-off valve was being shitty. It was bleeding off when it was idling, or sucking in air when it was idling. So it was just running, well, it was bleeding air off. So the metered air that it was reading over here, it was just spewing it off into the air. And, you know, so it was just in turn just running rich as shit. It thought it was using all kinds of air, and there actually wasn't any air going to it. But so anyhow, I guess it's hammer time, you know, with that. But I got a radiator hose, and I actually recirculated it back into the factory. This stupid boost pill thing, I hate that setup. But I needed something to block off where I had the blow-off valve before, you know, and it was just vented atmosphere. So, and the only thing I had laying around that was like, you know, kind of solid and that I could stick in there and tighten down was a damn hammer. So I just tightened that son of a bitch in there. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan with this thing. I'm planning on pulling the 1J out here soon. You know, just because as far as money and power, the LS is where it's at for me, just because I have a lot of the parts and stuff already. And if I was going to make power with this or buy a 2J, I'd end up having to spend a bunch of money. So anyhow, I was going to put, you know, all that, you know, fast intake back on and a few other things, and throw the LS back in it. But so that'll probably happen, I don't know, depending on kind of what I ended up doing with drifting. But for now, I'm going to do this shit. So anyhow, well, if you ever swap hubs on a 240, I guess this is the little wham bam way, or if you're doing 5 lug or whatever, this is how you get the hubs off. It's 36 or 32 millimeter socket. So, and then this one's loose. I already loosened it, but so loosen that up, pull off your caliper bolts. This might seem really simple just because I don't have the stupid heat shields in the way, like, you know, the factory 240. Set your caliper over there somewhere, pull your rotor off, and then come right here. As you can see, that son of a bitch was kind of dicked. So that's how you do a wheel bearing thing. And then if you're my friend on the whole Snapchat, look at that, Motion Auto TV Snapchat, then what you do is you come over here and you wiggle this for the Snapchat, for the video, for the Snapchat, you know. So yeah, then once you you know, wiggle it for the Snapchat, to get that out of the way. Blast that off. Get a few little pops. You could tell, look how dry and shitty. And I mean, maybe the reason it did this is because I don't have no damn heat. You know, that shield that goes around my damn knuckle. But yeah, so you pop that off. My shit right there is all dinked. So you gotta pull off that little thing. Wipe it down with a dirty towel. Get all that greasy shit off. The greasy dirt, at least. And make sure you use a dirty towel for this. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna put drift event footage in here, or maybe I'll have like a Tuesday drift or some shit like that. I don't know. I got a less dirty towel for the final cleaning. And if you have a little bit of grease, kind of pop it in, you know, kind of lube up that a little bit. But this, mine isn't really, already has a little bit of grease from the previous, you know, encounter that it had on the other car. You know, the parts shelf over there. And then get this, your ring, throw that on there. Bam, bam. Look at that, brand new. That's all back together, you know, and should be good to go. But as you can see, I tightened the lug nut on here because when you're going to put the brake caliper back on, usually they're a pain in the ass. They don't want to go on, you know, because the rotor's all flopping around and shit. So just tighten a lug nut on it real quick, and then keeps it in its place. So now I'm messing with this kind of a little alignment. I have these toe plates right here. Pretty cheap. You can get them on eBay for like, you know, $38 shipped or something like that, is what I ended up paying for them. But I'm just checking my toe right now. You know, it has a little bit of, well, it actually drives pretty nice. You know, with the new wheel bearings and this side of caster was way out of adjustment. It I don't know why it was set the way it was, but it was set all shitty, so that could be why I was having such shitty feel. But anyhow, kind of how to use these just for a quick alignment, you know, for your toe settings and stuff like that. You put your foot right there and kind of hold it back. Right over here I'm at 76 or 75 3/4, and then over here I'm at about 75 1/4. So that means I have about a ½ inch of toe out, because this is 75 1/4. That's 75 3/4. So it's a total toe of a ½ inch out, and that's pretty easy to tell. Drifting, I usually like about 1/4 of an inch toe out, so I'll probably toe it in just a little bit, and it's real simple to do. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do it by yourself, but I mean, if you have a level ground, and you know, it's pretty simple right now because these the wheels, you know, the rim sits on the outside so much, but yeah, the toe feels, or the way the steering feels, is really really good. I like it. Normally there's so like normally when I'm like driving, like I'll like, you know, like flick it that way and the steering wheel's going that way. As soon as it like gets to full lock, it kind of like shakes and it like wants to rip the shit out of my hand. You know, and then the other way it's like sitting there like on full lock. But I did a couple manjis down the you know, I don't know where, but I did a couple manjis, and it felt really decent, you know, full lock. It stayed, you know, I kind of like, you know, looking almost over my shoulder, you know, like how sideways it kind of was. It feels like it has a little bit more angle too, but it just felt really nice, you know, and that's another thing that I think those little Gktech offset spacers did for me. So yeah, these are those Gktech things, and basically you can see that it drops it down about 1 inch, because a lot of the other there's some other companies, I think PBM and other places like that, they make a set of these, and you have to cut like this portion out of your top of your strut tower, whereas this you don't, which is nice. So yeah, I really like those. I had to take off, you know, the top little adjuster for my my thing, you know, the little clicker, but so it would fit under there. But that's fine. I mean, you're not gonna really adjust them anyhow now. But yeah, so it basically brings, you know, before the coilover was centered about right here. Now it's kind of right here, you know, which is nice. So the rotating point is right here, other than right there. So it brings, you know, brings everything forward and over a little bit. Because like I said, I was running a lot of camber. I'm not sure what it is right now, but it's a lot less than what it was right now. I don't even know what by looking at it, but yeah, it's like 4 in the morning now, 4 something. So yeah, it's about time for a break here.
There's a bit of control on right at that point right there.
What happened?
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Those look like rusty old dicks. But son of a bitch.
So what are you gonna bend it back up, dude?
I got another one coming on the way.
Oh, do you?
I just have to get this thing separate.
Kick it.
Tell your dad to
No, you need a hammer, dude. You need to hammer the shit out of that.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Is it Boston? Jeremiah used the ankle years ago.
Jeremiah.
that. So yeah, just got well, ate dinner and then came over here and unloaded everything. But yeah, it took me about 30 minutes to unload everything. As you can tell, I got some sun on my face, but got a little bit of a sunburn, and I only had like, I don't know, like an hour and a half of sleep last night, and then standing out in the sun all day kind of did a number on me. So I need to go home and edit this long ass video and upload it. But yeah, again, check out that advanced auto parts thing if you guys are gonna order some auto parts. You can sit in the parking lot on your phone and order it. I think you save like $50 over like 20 or $50 for order over $125. and then it's like 35% or something like that. But yeah, go click on it and check it out and order some parts. But yeah, that's it for now.